Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace.
I'm ready. Okay, you know what it is. Hey, what's going on, man? We back for another edition of the Melly D's podcast. You know what's going on. It's your boy Melly Mel, a.k.a. Melly Badass, a.k.a. Neat Mel, a.k.a. your favorite truth teller, Mr. or a.k.a. if you don't want to know, don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm turned up today. I got tired of them killing me on the intro. Drop one of the clues bombs on my joint, bro. I'm tired of this, man. Last time they killed me, I'm tired of it, bro.
Hey.
You know what's going on.
What did he say?
Hey.
So he mad at us. That's you. So he mad at us because of his intro and
right.
He put us on the spot.
Hey,
he won't prepare.
He put us
I
on
was
the spot.
prepared.
What did he say? Yeah. What was the second thing?
Come on, bro. Y'all don't even know.
A Melly
Mel,
he called
a.k.a.
ASAP Mel, something like that. I forgot what he said.
Come on, yo. You know what's going on. The people know, y'all know.
Are you ASAP gang now?
No, I'm not ASAP gang. You heard what I said?
Nigga, walking Rico.
Hey, I ain't none of that.
He in charge waiting to happen. Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ, you up next, I guess.
Oh
I mean.
well, it's your boy T. Roy, aka your neighborhood dope dealer, aka
Dope dealer. Oh, you
Hope
changed
dealer.
it. Okay. Boy, about to tell himself.
Dang, I definitely did.
Hey, Lex, we might be a walking Rico, bro.
Yeah,
Now I was selling inhalers at one point in my life.
Get out of
We
here.
gonna get back to
Next.
that. Who pushes inhalers, bro?
Well, this is what it is. My doctor subscribed me for inhalers, but they didn't know. They was like, you pay for one, you get two. So I was like, I got two inhalers now. So I have.
What's the market for inhalers?
You be surprised.
Really?
This can't breathe. This cannot breathe.
That's a T-shirt.
That's a
That
T-shirt.
is.
And
That's a
so,
T-shirt.
so Cass was in need of,
Man, see that shit you needed, I got it.
But that's my intro. I'm your neighborhood hope dealer.
Okay,
Hey.
neighborhood hope dealer. What's going on? Thank you, Mel and Troy, for the great intro. It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA Old Boy, a.k.a. Sundress Connoisseur. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know what's funny? It's funny you bring it up. Me and my wife was just talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
The sundress season is upon us.
It's here.
Okay.
It's here.
And with that being said, some of y'all don't need to be wearing sundresses.
See, I disagree.
And me and my wife, we
disagree.
actually had this conversation, so I
disagree.
can actually have this conversation out loud.
All right,
I don't
yeah.
know if it's
Let us
secret,
hear it.
but the conversation is when sundresses came out, everybody started wearing them,
As they should.
and some people should not,
But why, though?
because for some it was meant. And based
You
on our
about to-
conversation,
you
no.
about to-
Hey, look,
I'm not about to trick it up.
trick it
I'm not going to trick it up. I'm not going to trick it up.
Stuttering and everything. It's
No,
You
listen.
about to trick it out.
Listen. When they first came out, sundresses were meant for a certain body style. They were meant for like straight downs, maybe a little curvy a little bit, right? But for some, and all the women loved them, but for some, when they were wearing the sundresses, they just looked like one of those ghosts off of Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? It just come off and it just be straight down and it just look like you a ghost. And
You
it was,
lost me.
You trying to basically describe a flowy experience, but the dress just flow. It ain't form fit.
So you
It
say
ain't no.
so you
It won't no
Oh,
form
okay,
fitted.
okay,
It won't form
gotcha,
fitted at all,
gotcha.
unless you accessorize it with like a belt, one of those nice corsets
Okay,
or something like
okay,
that.
corset.
But for a lot of
corset.
women,
Corset.
no corset.
Hey, cassette, corset, whatever works.
I didn't say Corvette, so I think I'm good. But for some, it's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I would disagree. I think that, sundress season is upon us and any and everybody can wear them. You know what I'm saying? The assets are going to asset, whatever the Lord has blessed you with. You know what I'm saying? As they say, if you got it, flaunt it. You know what I'm saying?
If you got it, flaunt
Might
it.
as well. Might as well.
I have an opinion, but I'm not gonna put my opinion on the airways because then I'll just receive a bunch of
Hate
wild
mail.
a bunch of hate mail, but also
mail.
hate mail.
Hate mail.
That's a T-shirt. Hey, that's a T-shirt.
Yo.
Look, I get a whole bunch of hate mail, but there also be a lot of why are you putting your opinion on women's business anyway? So I'm
Exactly.
not gonna get involved.
And you
I'm
saw why
gonna
I
let
went.
y'all have that.
No, you saw I'm inclusive of.
Well, I shared the common opinion of my wife and I. Where
see
we
how you
came
bring
to.
that up.
So
I see how you
you
bring
know
that
what I'm
up.
saying. I did not come to that conclusion myself. It was a collaborative effort between the two of us.
I dig it.
I'm more here for legging season, but it's all right.
No, I actually prefer sundress season more than legging season.
Whatever you doing, just make sure you wash your tail.
That's true.
Okay, just
That
wash
is
your
true.
tail.
especially out
That's true.
now.
Because it's getting hot, and so you need to make sure deodorant is a must. I don't know when that became an option.
That is true. When did that become
when
an
did
option?
when did deodorant become an option?
When all the hoteps started showing up in London, selling everybody black soap on the street, talking about your body produces natural.
Right,
you know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
If
your
you
body
eat the
definitely
right
produces
food, you
some
wash, you
natural
don't need no
stuff.
deodorant.
Yeah,
That's
that
when it.
ain't
you
it.
know
Let
what
me
I'm
say this:
saying?
I don't want to smell no naturals, nothings. Okay,
No, I don't like none of that.
I don't. I want to smell Degree, Secret, Olay,
I
Dove.
need my soap to come with chemicals. I don't care about natural. None of that. I need chemicals all up in my drug, bro. Whatever chemicals you need to make this drink straight.
Whatever
bro.
oils,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
whatever y'all
saying?
cooking
That's
up in the
why.
lab.
That's why a
B.
lot of cats walk around chemically unbalanced.
Chemically unbalanced, bro. Chemically unbalanced.
Chemically. Hey yo.
Hey, we got some hitters today. Hate
Yo,
mail, chemically
yes,
unbalanced.
you're chemically unbalanced.
Chemically unbalanced. And here's the thing, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit later, but like for real, like the smells that you put off should be telling a little bit. You know, maybe you need to change your diet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a little bit unbearable for you know
real
what I'm
talk.
saying?
And that goes for any and everybody. Make sure you're right, man.
See, the
Make sure you're
wintertime,
right.
the wintertime saved a lot of people because it's cold and you don't emit a lot of heat. And when it's you know, cold preserves. That's the reason why we put stuff in the freezer. You don't smell the fish
Right.
after a long period of time. The meat stay.
Pause.
I know you're going.
Yeah, I feel it.
Let's just stop saying meat. Let's just put the word. Because then if you say like the steak or the ribs or something, then can't nobody say pause. But when you like the meat and then you like,
It's the emphasis.
It's
But
the
see,
emphasis.
meat covers
a spectrum.
a spectrum of meats. Hey yo, quick transition. So everybody wants to be on our podcast now.
Oh, word.
But my question is, are you watching?
Right. Are you watching?
Are you watching?
Have you subscribed?
you know they watching. That's why they want to be on it now.
Or did you just see that we made a post that we signed with a network and you like, oh, let me get on?
Right.
That's
You
what
feel
it
me?
is.
We 60 something episodes in. We've been putting in some work. So I'm just saying, you welcome to, watch the.
Tell a friend, subscribe, pass out. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll be the bad guy. I'm gonna look at the camera and say it. 'Cause
Hey.
I know Troy Wholesome. I'm more of the savage on the podcast. I know Lace is a menace, but I'm a savage. So I'm just tell y'all, ain't none of y'all coming on the damn podcast. I'm sorry.
Now look,
I just want you to know, you're not coming. You asking. Troy gonna try to be nice about it. He gonna say, let me talk to Mel. He ain't got to talk to Mel. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you're not coming on the podcast.
feel
All right?
it.
We got what we want. When we feel like we want somebody on here,
We'll
you'll see them on
extend-
here.
we'll
You know what I'm
extend that
saying? But we
invite.
appreciate the love. Keep
Hey,
tapping in. You know what I'm
please
saying?
do.
I
know?
eventually I would like to have guests.
Yeah.
But guests that I select, not necessarily they solicit to me.
I mean, it's the audacity though. Like, how do you just say,
Hey,
I
man,
think
let
you
me
should
on that
let me get
joint.
on that thing?
Let me get on there to talk about what though?
What if we
That's
did
what
it-
I was going to ask.
that's-
What do you want to talk about?
What if we did that with every aspect in life? Let me get on that thing.
Let me get on that.
Let me get on that. what?
What credentials do you have? And here's the thing. I don't want to make it. I don't want to come off as cocky. We still getting our feet wet.
Oh
and all
yeah, we
that type of
grinding.
stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We're building.
We're building. So in our building stage, we're trying to figure things out between the three of us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I came in the studio today, ain't nobody look me in the eye. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Because
bro,
what you
first-
don't understand is that, you know what I'm saying, to be on time is to be late. So
I was
on, bro.
on
Come on,
time.
come on,
No.
Lace. Come on, Lace.
We have a different
I sacrificed today. Let me tell you
we have
what.
a different philosophy
Hey,
as
no,
it
listen.
pertains to time.
I sacrificed. Let me tell you why I
Okay,
sacrificed.
let me hear it.
I jumped in the HOV lane and I ain't supposed to be in there.
So you were sinning the whole way down the road.
You know why you jumped in the HOV lane? Because you was running behind and was trying to make up for running
No.
behind.
GPS said I was going to be here at 11:50.
First of all, you've been here before. Why are you using a GPS to get here?
Because
It might change the route because of traffic and stuff like that.
It is 2 routes. It's 2 routes.
Okay, that's
40,
true.
40 and
but
what?
the GPS
85
will,
or 77.
The GPS will give you the yellow or the red to let you know what's ahead.
Right.
Pause. And so I need to know exactly where the exits are.
Because you don't know
At
how
the
to get
end,
here.
I don't know.
You don't know how to
I
get
know the beginning and I know the end, and that middle part though, that middle part is kind of.
It is literally straight.
It's like straight
I'm
up.
not joking. If you
Like
get on
straight
85, you just
Straight.
drive straight. You don't got to turn left or right or nothing.
But I didn't jump on 85.
Oh, okay.
It's still
So I
straight.
did 77.
See, that's the difference. I go the way I know.
No, it's still
You
straight.
know,
Legit.
people. I know people who use GPS. They trying to avoid traffic and stuff like that. I go the way I know.
Right,
So
I
I
feel
don't
it.
give a damn if it's traffic or not.
Right,
This
it's
how I
what
know
it
how to
is.
get to where I'm
Yeah,
going. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the way I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, regardless, we still trying to figure out our chemistry. We figured out y'all don't know the story. Like we were all on Zoom at one time.
Yeah.
Trash.
Trash.
Okay? Don't listen to episodes 1 through 20. Okay?
Facts.
Don't listen.
Audio is trash.
Audio was trash.
Content was
Don't
trash.
do that. Okay? Don't do that. So that was trash. Then we were trying to figure out our group dynamics.
Sure.
Okay. And then we finally got our group dynamics down. What is Lace going to be to the group? What is Troy going to add? What is Mel going to be? And then we moved to another platform that worked. Now we on the network. Okay, cool. Now we in studio. We trying to figure out what that looks like.
Right.
Trying to figure out what that look like. So I appreciate the everyone admiring though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'm glad.
Appreciate the love.
I appreciate the love. And some people in this room may not like it, but I like fake love. I love fake love. We said this we was talking in our chat. There was like a lot of people showing fake love. It's like, I ain't talked to you in years and now you popping up. I'm like, come on over here and talk to me.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. You see.
I like the fake
You see us doing
love.
well, so hey, it's not.
Hey.
It's nothing wrong with reaching out saying, you know what I mean, I appreciate what you're doing. You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes people admire from a distance. I know I do.
Hey man, I do that sometimes too, depending on who it is. I was more so because Troy was like he liked the fake love. I ain't really for the fake love.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't for the fake love. If it's somebody I know, so men are different. We could be best friends with somebody, not talk to him for weeks and nothing changes.
Yeah,
like
that's
when we
nice.
get back
That's
together,
nice.
it kick back up.
Yeah,
So if we really
yeah.
if we tight like that, it could be a couple weeks, couple months. I ain't heard from you, but then you reach out to say, "Hey, yo, I peep you from the side," or
Right,
something like
right.
that. Good.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna feel no type of way about that because I know what it is. But nigga, if I ain't talked to your ass, so here, okay, so let me say it like this: if you couldn't text me to tell me congratulations,
Right.
or tell me I see what you got going on, if you couldn't text me, we not like that.
I did.
If you had to reach out to me on social media because you don't have my number to tell me that, we not locked in like that.
I feel
So
it.
then,
I feel it.
the fake love or to even feel like you can ask me to be on the podcast or something like that, we not even cool like that. Obviously, because you would have been able to text me.
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
have
saying?
that shared experience, so I don't know. That seemed like what I mean. That
I'm
was,
just saying it. I'm just saying in general. Troy was like he liked the fake love.
Hey,
and,
love
that.
it.
And me,
Hey,
I'm
it's
more
nice.
like, hey. Sometimes you gotta let people win with who they let people lose with who they think they winning with.
Sure,
So I'd be
absolutely.
like, hey yo, you stay over there, I'll be over here, whatever.
Yeah.
And leave it like that.
Hey, we good. We good.
Also, I do understand this. Our algorithm may not have reached everybody. And so when we made a post about,
that's true.
you know what I'm saying, the algorithm finally got to the people. So for those people who just figuring us out,
We appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you. Come on over.
Hey, welcome to the cave.
Hey, welcome to the cave.
Welcome to the cave.
Welcome to the cave. Tap
Yeah,
in.
man.
Tap in.
Tap in.
Tap in.
I'll tell you what
in
though.
frequently.
For the newbies, for those who've been around, y'all already know. I'll tell you for not the newbies, but for the 55 and everybody else who've been here, y'all already know. For the new folks who don't know, this ain't like your usual podcast, man.
Nah.
You know, we say that a lot, but we intentional about it. You know, a lot of I ain't gonna say no names. Niggas got mics. They just talk about, foolishness. Ain't no real content, no substance, just a bunch
Right.
of, you know what I'm saying? We try to be intentional about
Hoopla.
what we talk about, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't your usual podcast. We on here talking, you know what I'm saying? There's some humor to it, but we try to get down to the roots. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Tap in.
That's what's up, man.
So what we on today, man?
Leveling up, according to Troy.
Leveling up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I am seeing a lot of things, and a lot of things are going on, and we want to talk to the men today.
Okay.
Every day.
I want to talk to the men. Because I know we've been talking like a lot of relationship type stuff a little bit lately, so it's including men and women. But I want to talk to the dudes today of how we can level up, and these are basic ways you can level up. We're not telling you what stocks to invest in.
Facts.
We're not telling you, to get into, real estate and anything like that. Because if you didn't get into real estate in third grade, well, you pretty much lost out right now. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have been in third grade. I should have been invested in real estate.
Sure, right.
But yeah, it's some simple level up type things that I think would be very ideal. Now, this is the Manly D's podcast. I do recognize if this was the, Troy, pulpit, I'd be like, you need Jesus. Okay, so that's the very first one. But we on Manly Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
So my top 5, the very first one, and I think this is a hit home for a lot of us. The very first one that we got to do to level up, we got to take care of our health.
Sure.
I got you.
This actually could have been number 1, but for number 5, we have got to take care of our health. We are seeing too many people nowadays not doing well health-wise.
Right.
We just
young people.
Yeah, health definitely important. Even me, trying to be more health conscious. I've been, humorous about it, but at the age I am now, about to turn 37, I've already started going to like get my prostate checked and stuff like that, just because it runs in my family.
Yes,
I mean, I say it runs in my family, or it's something that has,
no pause, no nothing.
running. What is pause worthy about making sure your health stays straight?
I know, but I expected.
Nah, he was already frying me up last time. I told the story last time where I got violated in the doctor's office, and Lace had a hell of a time with that. So I'm just like, I mean, I go early now. I try to be more serious
right now.
Okay, I appreciate you warming up. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
We warming up.
No, but that's serious though.
Yeah,
Nah, for real.
absolutely.
No, I just been trying to be more intentional about, my health, trying to be more intentional about my diet. I am getting older. I ain't getting no younger. You feel young, you look young, so you think like, I got a lot of time. You really, I want to feel like I got a lot of time, but not myself.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just try to be more intentional about it. I need to get back to working out though. We talking about health.
I feel that.
Yes,
Definitely.
Yes.
I can't do
20 minutes a day.
Yeah, I ain't on that
20 minutes a day. That's all you need.
225, 10 times.
Oh,
I'm
nah.
on calisthenics,
Some
yoga,
cardio,
stretching,
some
a little bit of,
you know what I mean? Some
push-ups.
a little bit of bike.
push-ups.
You know,
It's
what I'm saying?
easy. Yeah.
Something.
A walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All of that.
If you nosy, that is a great time to get into other people's business. Just walk around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
look in the mirror.
How you
window or
doing,
something.
John? How's everything going? That's how that's how they get to know you. That's how they get to know you.
And so with health, we're talking about, going to go see your doctor, getting checked up regularly, exercise, and also your mentals.
Gotta get
Gotta
your
get the
mentals right.
mentals.
'Cause
Gotta
there's a
get
lot
to
of folks
mentals.
walking around here
Chemically
imbalanced.
imbalanced.
That is so true.
It's a fact.
Because some stuff is trauma based.
For sure.
Some of the mental health issues we deal with are trauma based.
Yes.
The things that we have experienced growing up, things that we have experienced in the workplace and family, all that type of stuff. Yes. But some of it is just a chemical imbalance.
Unbalanced.
Is it unbalanced or imbalance?
Either or. It's
Either or.
interchangeable.
It don't. I was about to. What Lay said.
But you're unbalanced. Your balance is all
Tipping the
jacked up.
scale.
Tipping the scale. And so and some things, and I'm not trying to say that everything can be fixed with medicine, but some of it could just be a simple pill.
For sure.
It could just be a simple pill of just going to make sure that your balances are on point. For men, as we get older, our testosterone drops.
Yeah.
As women get older, the estrogen drops. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be a matter of boosting that up.
Getting your balance. Your B12.
Your B12?
Go get your B12
This
shot.
my B12 right here, along with some caffeine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's very important. You gonna
Yes,
say something?
absolutely.
No, I was just gonna say I try to find. This is the only space where I try to find natural ways of getting the stuff that I'm supposed to have because y'all know I'm afraid to take pills.
Fact.
I'm afraid to take pills. So whatever I gotta
He
find
got a lot
out,
of
you know what I'm
applesauce,
saying,
y'all.
to
He
eat,
got a lot
you know,
of applesauce.
Well, I will say this. They say that the best way to get the vitamins and stuff that you need is by eating them.
the vitamins.
Yes. So like
Fruits.
fruits, vegetables,
Okay.
you know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
He ain't
The
talking about
protein.
Flintstone
Flintstones.
chewable. Walking around singing I'm a Flintstone kid.
Second Flintstone nigga.
Hey, y'all laughing, but I'm terrified, bro. I'm terrified that I'm gonna get old and I'm gonna have a Monday to Friday pill pack that I gotta take, and I'm gonna be struggling to get
nothing
through
wrong
that
with
joint, bro.
Nothing
I'm
wrong
gonna be
with
like,
chew it
hey,
up.
gosh.
Chew it up.
come on, bro.
Chew it up.
Chew it up.
This come in liquid form.
Chew it up.
Oh, so that's number 5. You gotta get your health.
Gotta
in
get
order.
it right.
Gotta get your health in order. All right. So number 4 could have been with number 5, but I wanted to separate them a little bit, and I am in the 4 category.
Okay.
Slightly, of something I need to take care of, but grooming.
Okay.
You got to groom yourself, man. And I know that seems very generic and basic, but taking care of cut them toenails. Okay, first of all, cut your toenails, cut your hair. Make sure you got a nice shape up. Mel got a story of a former coworker that he knew that he didn't care about his life about how he cut his hair.
Facts.
So what's the story?
Facts. I mean, I just you can tell when a don't care about his life by how
That's
he
true.
presents himself,
That's
whether
true.
it's his clothes, his haircut, his whatever. You know, as much as men have to physically present ourselves to even be marketable to the opposite sex or whoever it is that we're trying to get with, when someone puts in very little effort to their appearance, then you can automatically assume this don't care about his life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you one of those that go to the barbershop and they just like, hey, close blade that joint,
Right.
buzz it, you don't care how your
Yeah.
shape up look. Barber can show you the mirror, you gonna say it look good no matter what. I'm talking about, hey, he don't care about his life.
Oh yeah.
He don't.
You know, nigga wearing wrinkled shirts don't care about his life.
Not a good look.
He got pants with no belt. He don't care about
Now
his life.
that's
you
what,
know what I'm saying?
yo,
Like
that legit
pants
is
with no
something
belt.
that-
And it's notice it's the small things.
Oh yeah, it's the little things. It's the details. You can tell a lot how a person operates if they pay attention to detail, and that's what hygiene falls into that category. For me.
Hygiene falls into that because how you take care of yourself will also tell other people how they should treat you.
Facts.
Unfortunately, we live in a world like that.
Bias. Yeah.
I know we want to live in an unbiased, take me as I am type of society, but that ain't how it is.
Nah.
That ain't how it is. How you show up is how you're going to be respected. And so that's the reason why I wanted to bring the whole grooming point into it, is because it's a point of self-respect. How do you value yourself? And the reason why I put myself in the category of grooming is because of the fashion part. I think fashion is a part of grooming too. And I know that we joked a couple episodes ago, but I want to increase that level. Now I know you kind of hesitant on that, but like for instance, if you still got holes at the minimum, if you still got holes in your socks or drawers, you don't care about life. You don't care about life. You don't even care about your boys downstairs, because what if they get caught in one of them holes?
First of all,
And
if
then
your
they
hole
can-
is, never mind. Nah, I ain't gonna even get caught in the possibility. I ain't gonna even get caught in the possibility.
But what I'm saying is, one of them get caught in there, they get choked out. Next thing you know, you in the emergency room.
On the episode,
where do you get this
right,
from? Where do you get this from?
My boy is dark.
Stop watching
He's
TV,
really
bro.
dark.
I'm
He's
being
really dark.
serious.
But no, that does go back to, from a hygiene standpoint, self-care. Go get your manis and your petties and go to the.
See, I was gonna go there next.
Get your massages, and I mean, hey, we gotta get some of that too.
I was gonna go there next. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know Lace shops, in that field. I was gonna give Troy some grace though, real quick, before I go back to Manny and Petty Man over here. I wouldn't necessarily say that grooming and fashion are connected.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because someone can have a great fashion sense and know how to dress, but not have terrible hygiene. Like nigga could be wearing Dior and stink because he don't wear.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
So-
true. That's true.
Or nigga could take care of himself really well but have no fashion sense. And
Mhm.
fashion is subjective, depending
Very
on
true.
you know,
It is.
who
It's a
you-
spectrum.
who you kick it with, what your style
Yeah.
is, whatever. So I'm not going to say that those are connected to each other. They could definitely be separate. You can have either or. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, y'all see James Harden look like Grover from Sesame Street walking
Hey, it's
up into the game?
it's where we are now,
I stopped
man.
paying attention
It's where
to
we
his
are.
pregame warm up.
It's where we
Why
are.
Or wardrobe rather.
Why do cats want to do that?
So we can talk
Because
about it.
It's an aspect of individualism. You know what I'm saying? He ain't putting on for nobody but him. What would you want to wear?
Can y'all wear a dress?
No.
I don't think I would, but I'm good. I'm good on that. But who did that?
Could y'all wear a kilt?
Yeah, I could wear a kilt.
No.
I could wear a kilt.
Yeah,
I know you can.
I've worn a kilt.
I'm part Irish anyway.
It's fine. I know.
I'm sure you are.
We can tell.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Okay.
I'm sure you are.
Okay.
We can tell.
No,
Goddamn.
Burnett is Irish.
If
name.
I
We
I
all
was
have
visiting,
Irish last names. My last name is Irish. Nigga. I mean, what
See how you try to put an accent on it?
right?
You try to put an accent on it, make it sound better. If I was visiting Scotland and I was
Or
in
Ireland.
the midst, or Ireland, or something like that,
That culture.
that culture,
You would adopt that.
I would partake of it. Just like if I went to Dubai or something like that, I'd probably, wear some of their wardrobe.
Bro, I can't wait to go to Dubai. Like one of them hot places where you got to wear the joint over your head to make sure the sun don't burn you. I can't wait. Egypt.
I'm going to Egypt.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
a
to
go.
Egypt too.
I'm
bro.
definitely
You better pack a lot of sunscreen.
You been?
I haven't been. No, I'm
You
saying
talking about for you,
You.
your lack of melanin, nigga. God, dog.
Your Irish ass can't even pick up on what I'm saying.
You might be Irish. Do you use suntan lotion or sunscreen?
This is not going the direction where I wanted it to go.
I'm just you
Okay,
brought a
y'all-
shit real quick.
I'm-
So
it
we'll
was
get
supposed
off
to
of
be
it,
more
but I just wanted to
outward.
confirm.
Y'all making it more inward toward me. and I feel some type of
Outward.
we're supposed to go out, but y'all making it more. Yes, I wear sunscreen. I'm gonna tell you the time I realized I had to start wearing sunscreen.
Okay, go ahead.
The vacation that me and you went on.
When we went to Myrtle Beach.
That's a whole episode. We're gonna talk about that.
right.
That's a whole episode. Me and Mel, him and his wife, and me and my wife, we all and a few other couples went to the beach, and I was out there just frolicking in the sun and in the water and in the sand, as if nothing was gonna bother me. And I came back later on that night and saw I was burnt toast.
Oh yeah,
Toast.
Yeah,
Burnt toast.
yeah. I dig that.
Calamine lotion the whole week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Aloe.
You gotta get that aloe. Gotta get that aloe.
Toast.
But regardless, groom yourself
Yes.
because it's a part of self-care. It's a part of
So
self-care.
put this. Let's say that is just self-care, and you have it in a
Self-care.
Self-care.
Okay, yeah.
And can we include fashion in self-care?
Sure.
Yeah, you
that-
can.
that's
Yeah,
how-
you can. I would say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So taking care because retail therapy is real.
Absolutely.
Retail therapy is real. So definitely be mindful.
We good.
We good. I just want to check and make sure I wasn't because of. All right.
Hey, back to Manny Petty, man. Though
First of all,
Real
I don't
quick.
understand why you calling me that because I take care of myself.
I'm just saying. So you started. That's why I'm bringing it
Yeah,
up. Because a lot of guys might shy away from manicures or pedicures
Why?
because they might see them to be. I was gonna get to it. Damn.
Oh,
you
okay.
gonna
I'm
let
just
me
saying why.
God, dog. He didn't even let me. I was like, God, dog. They might see it or feel like it's more feminine because you don't see a lot of men in those spaces traditionally anyway. You don't see a lot of men going to schedule their pedicure or make sure they feet
Right.
straight. Most niggas don't care about how their feet look. They think they're supposed to have terrible looking feet. I'm a man, my feet supposed to look terrible. Or my hands, I'm supposed to have dirt under my nails because
Right.
I've been working or whatever like that. So it's a lot of guys just won't do it. So then I'm talking from the standpoint because I'm not saying I'm one of those guys. I've gone to get a pedicure before.
Yeah.
I felt awkward the whole time.
Why?
I don't know. Just because it wasn't always common. It wasn't something like that was shown to me. I
Sure.
never seen my dad go get a pedicure
Right.
or talk to me about it or nothing. And a lot of guys that I was hanging around with, I would never see or hear them talk about I need to get my
Yeah.
feet
yeah.
straight or whatever. So as you get older, get more culture, you start getting around more, I would say, metrosexual type of dudes who are more into self-care, grooming, stuff like that. And they're preaching it to you like, hey, make sure you straight, make sure you whatever.
Yeah.
And then you start to hear more women like, y'all need to get y'all feet
Right.
together
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So then I tried it once. I felt awkward the whole time I was in there. Not because I felt feminine or anything like that. It was just a weird vibe. There weren't no other men in there. It was just me. The girls was talking. I didn't want to hear none of that. You know what the women was talking about.
Right.
When
You
they
know,
was dealing your feet, was with the skin peeling off your feet like a orange? You know,
Yeah, a
peel.
little bit. Yeah, because I never got a pedicure before, so naturally, you know, my it should be peeling.
Wearing Jesus 12.
His whole life, you're wearing Jesus 12.
So I'm just like, yeah, it was a different experience. I definitely would do it more. I don't make a habit of it. You know what I'm saying now. But I'm not against it.
Right,
But,
no.
you know, the best part of it was when was rubbing up and down my legs.
That's what
Okay?
I'm saying. So
When she
you know
got
what
the
I mean?
rubbing up and down them. I might have to go back.
I am bleeping that out.
No, I ain't mad at she hooked me up, bro. She got me right. I felt good. Okay, you know, so it's cool.
Yeah, no, for me it was very simple. You know what I mean? A lot of times we get great advice from women, etc., and that's what it was. I was dating somebody years ago, and they was like, "Yo, you should go get your feet done. You got nice hands and feet. What do you do to keep that up?" That's what it was, and it became a habit to keep that up and sound self-care. And it's nice. I mean, that's the only reason why. It has nothing to do with femininity or metrosexualism, any of those kind of things. It's legit taking care of yourself. It's an aspect of your body that you take care of, because ironically, regardless of what you're into, people look at that kind of stuff. True. So why not do what you need to do to keep it tight? You only get one of these things, your temple, so you might as well keep it tight. You get your oil change on your car, you might as well, you know what I mean, look out for the temple in that way. So yeah.
It's so funny you say that. I just literally listened to I think it was Warren Buffett. He said you can only get one car in your life. He said a scenario. You can only get one car in your life, right? And it's going to be the car that you keep forever. What kind of car would you get? All right, so you got the car. You got it in your mind, right? What are you going to do? Because you know this is going to be the only car you're ever going to get. What are you going to do? I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure it's up to date. You know, I'm going to make sure, you know, it's all the oils and stuff taken care of. He said, good. I'm glad y'all say that. Now, you got one body.
Right. All right.
What you going to do for it?
Yeah.
And it's so funny, and it's when you put it in that scenario like that, it makes perfect sense. But in our mind, sometimes we look for the comfort, and when you always do comfort type things, to put in work on your body, it takes you out of your comfort zone.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I will be honest with you. I have not gotten my feet done ever because I don't like people touching my feet.
Gotcha.
My wife tried to give me a foot massage once, and I roundhouse kicked her into the next room. So I don't like that. I'll take care of my foots. I will let somebody work with my hands.
Yeah. So, but that's what it is for me.
Get your feet done.
Yeah.
Get your feet done. Get your hands done.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with that.
Keep it clean.
And walk in like you own the place. Like I said, I go in, hey, Susan, you will get me right today?
That's the name. Is that the name we using?
No, that's her name for real.
Okay.
That's legit her name. That's legit her name. You know
I thought you was trying to course correct me.
No, I was not. That's legit her name. Hey, Susan, how we feeling today, baby?
Susan,
we go get it right?
All right.
So number 5 is your health. Take care of your health, your
Yes.
mental, your physical. And number 4 is self-care.
Yes.
Making sure that you are taking care of yourself, because can't nobody take care of yourself better than you should be doing.
That's right.
All right. Number 3, which should be common sense, but I do want to talk about this, and I have 2 professionals on this panel. I'm being wholeheartedly serious. Is you gotta have a job.
Gotta have a job.
Yes.
You gotta have a job.
Gotta
And
have a job.
The majority of the people who are listening to this, you pay your cell phone bill, you pay your internet bill. You like, I already got a job, and that's what's up. All right, cool. You there. Make sure your job got benefits. Okay. We need to make sure we got insurance so you can take care of the health. So you can take care of the mental, so you can do stuff like that. Make sure that you're getting paid enough so you can take care of the the self-cares and things like that. Right, and with that, make sure you're doing this with your job. Put some money into your life insurance. Okay, a lot of jobs offer life insurance in the whole built-in. I got a few racks coming to me if some people die right now. I'm gonna let you know right now, because a lot of people
You got policies on other people, you mean?
Other people wrote me in on a policy.
Okay.
So if they
I got you.
check out, I cash out. So I'm not looking forward to nobody dying.
I don't know who these people are, but if you got,
You might need to take Troy off your. He sound a little too happy about it.
If you got T-Dot on as a beneficiary, He might be feeding you
Yeah,
rat
you
poison.
might need to take that joint out, bro.
But no.
Evaluate.
But here's the reason why I wanted to say the job part,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to say the job part because men specifically will put more emphasis in their hobbies and things they desire to do versus the necessity of what they need to take care of, right?
Big fact.
Let me give you
Get into it.
Let me make it
Big
personal.
facts.
Let me make it personal. This podcast we doing, this ain't our main. This is our hobby that we are and our side
that we're cultivating.
We're cultivating so that eventually it can come alongside to be another wealth of stream of income for us potentially. You know what I'm saying? And it's great fellowship. You know what I'm saying? And so we're cultivating that, our hobby. But at the same time, we checking in every single day at the job. You know what I'm saying? We're making sure we're taking care of them. And the reason why I want to say that is because, you know, some people want to pursue their passions and their the pursuit that they have is not balanced, right? So you want to play video games all night because, you know, you want to be a live streamer. That's fine. You got 3 people on your stream. You need to show up to work the next day. Boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? When we first started doing Manly Deeds, we had 10, 15 people maybe listening to 30 minutes of the whole hour that we were doing. Then we moved up to the 55. Mel just said the other day we got 500 true listens on our streams. So this is something that's cultivated over 2 years. But at the same time, we checking in. My man Lace been doing such a good job at his job. He got a promotion. They let him make up his title. And the title don't make sense. But it makes sense for him, though. You know what I'm saying? That we need to make sure that we're doing this. And the reason why I want to say this is because I know some people who are listening to this right now who have men in their lives that are like, they don't have that mentality of the simple stuff.
Simple stuff. Case in point, I'm not going to put nobody's business out there, but legit, I just had this same conversation this week. Like, yo, you putting this into your hobbies, you are missing out on true engagement with your children, etc., but you're not ingrained with the nuts and bolts of what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We go out here, we have fun, but what about Monday through Friday? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to pour into others and do things the right way, handling your responsibilities, etc.? So that's real. But going back to the piece of insurance, etc., educate yourself, because a lot of folks, i.e. people in our communities, yes, we do get insurance through our work, but there's a whole world out there that can have additional benefits, because you might get a $500,000, $1 million policy through your job term policy. You ain't seeing that money. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to subsidize that appropriately by exploring the proper insurance and those kind of things that you need
Can you
upon
just
transition.
explain what subsidized means for people who might not be?
Yes.
For people who don't know what, I know we use a college word sometimes, and you talk about, subsidized. Just make sure people understand
What I'm
you're
saying
talking
is,
about.
a lot of times we sign a dotted line thinking this is what we're going to receive if someone does transition. But that's not true with the type of policy that you may have. And most employers only offer term, which you're only going to get the amount of putting somebody in the ground, essentially. You're not going to see that large sum of money. Whereas other policies, universal life, whole life, those kind of things, those are more investments where you get paid out dividends over time, and they don't even have to pass away to receive some of those funding. Right. So, you know what I mean? You just might want to read the fine print for understanding.
And Lace, for a cup of coffee that you buy a month.
Yeah. For
1 cup of coffee, you can do your family a whole deal of good if you just take that $5 for a cup of coffee and put it towards a life insurance plan.
But you also have to look at it too from a numbers game. Say for instance, you have a policy that is $500,000. It's term policy. They taking $5 out your check a month. That math don't even math. You're never going to put that amount in to get the dividend paid out in that way. So you just got to, understand the system. I mean, it's all a hustle. You know what I'm saying? So if you can hustle correctly, you can understand the nuance of it, and you should subsidize appropriately.
Yeah.
Employment is key though.
Employment is definitely
It's,
key.
we not gonna brand what type of employment you have. We're not gonna tell you need to be making a certain income, a certain amount of money. But you do need to have
OnlyFans,
a job,
hustlers.
bro. You need
know
to.
what I mean?
Okay,
You
not
need
the
to have a
OnlyFans.
job.
Why not? They get a tax. They get a W-2.
And they hustling on
and they
OnlyFans
hustling.
too, because
If
they
y'all-
think you about to see something and be feet and somebody making dinner.
Cats is paying to see feet.
Yes,
Footses.
it's a niche for everything, bro. Everything.
I'm not encouraging any of our listeners to do an OnlyFans.
I'm not.
If that's what you into,
I'm not.
if that's what
I'm
you into,
not.
hey,
I'm not. But if you can,
who are me to judge?
if you can get an OnlyFans and you cooking and you fully dressed, yeah, go ahead by all means. Don't.
Nobody's watching that. Let's be real. Nobody's watching that.
Get a job, fellas. Get a job. Keep a job. Keep a job. That's even a bigger part. Don't just get jobs. I know niggas who get a new job every time I talk to them. They got a new job.
Right.
Every time I talk to them, they got a new job. Keep the job. Learn how to keep a job, and
That's
don't
true.
just get a job. Keep a job.
Keep a job.
Get a
Especially
job.
if you got people that's depending on you, bro. I just
Yes.
don't understand how you.
Big facts.
How y'all be doing that?
Big
Yes.
I ain't saying you gotta stay there for like our parents be there 30, 40 years at the same job.
Right,
Well, that's
if you there a
done.
couple-
That's done.
couple
Data,
months, nigga,
the data shows us
learn
that
how to keep a job.
people generally stay in jobs no more than 5 years now.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
will transition.
but that's respectable.
But it's
though.
not no, you know what I mean, 30-year game no more. Nobody's doing that.
And you know what? And now that you mention that, the reason why Mel is saying the whole part, like, stick with a job for a little bit of time, because you're going to grow in that job. A lot of times we get into jobs, we get challenged, and we don't like it, so we leave.
Absolutely.
Oh, my boss mean. Oh, my coworkers are.
Hey,
you
yo,
know what I'm saying?
just like I told one of the homies, at the end of the day, you can't come into a gig and say, well, this is trash. This is how I would do it, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. First of all, it's not your responsibility to do it.
Right.
So stay in your lane.
Stay-
You know what I'm saying?
Stay in
Buy
your
your
lane.
time, and if you showcase a skill set that will put you in that position, then you can run it how you want
Right.
to run it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But don't come in saying, well, we should do it this way. Nah. If that was the case, they would have found you for the role.
Come on
That's
now.
In
true.
other words, shut the hell up, fall in line, or you can leave.
Hey, let me throw some Bible at y'all real quick. A man that don't care of his household is worse
God.
than an infidel.
Yes.
Now, scripturally, that means a person who doesn't have direction, faith, doesn't have any purpose or anything.
vagabond.
Like that. A vagabond. That's what the scriptures say. So get you a job
Get you a job.
and handle your business.
Handle
Keep
your
a
business.
job.
And keep a job.
Get and keep.
Get and keep a job. So
3.
number 3. No, that was number 3.
That was
Keep a
number
job.
number
2.
three?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was number 3. So number 2, I'm gonna broaden it out a little bit, and I'm gonna hone it in just a little bit, because 4, 4, and 3. Look, I like visual aids, and sometimes I like to use my hands. Pause. Okay. Y'all gotta watch this, okay? Y'all got to see what we talk about on
'Cause
this
I'ma
podcast.
broaden it out.
I'm gonna broaden it out, and I'm
But
gonna
I'm
bring
bringing
it in.
that in.
5, 4, and 3 were very easy for a lot of the men who are listening to our podcast.
Sure.
True.
2 and 1 will cause us to make extra steps and get out of our comfort zones. And number 2 is family. Okay, and I use the word family, but I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna out and bring it in. One thing we need to realize with family is that we can't choose who our family is.
Fact.
We cannot choose who our family is. We can't choose how they're going to act towards us. We can't do anything. The reason why family means so much to a lot of us is because these are the people that you grow up with, and you can't change that at all. Okay? So inside of our family dynamics, we are forced to deal with people that we may or may not agree with.
Sure.
Right? And so in that sense right there, we are literally thrown in the fire and tested on every single side on how to interact with said family members. Okay? So with that being said, You know, you may have a family dynamic where you are always being mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Or you may be the aggressor, or it's certain different dynamics within inside of our family. And if we can learn how to navigate those family instances, we can learn how to interact in the world.
Sure.
You know, I just came back from New York. We had a funeral up there and celebrating the life of my cousin who had a great testimony, great life. But one of the things they said up there is, if you don't know how to joke inside of this family, you're gonna be left out
it's a
in the
wrap.
cold.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You're gonna have to be, because we're gonna joan on you, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna
All
joke.
day, every day.
So being inside our different family dynamics are going to help us grow stronger. And it will help us learn this thing that we're going to have to exercise in our lives, which is forgiveness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Forgiveness.
Absolutely.
Personal testimony. I didn't have a father. That's the running joke in this podcast, right?
That is not a joke, bro. Why does it? Hey, I'm looking at the camera on this one. When you edit this, get me Troy. I just want the world to know nobody is joking about Troy not having a daddy, bro.
Nobody laugh at Troy for not having a daddy.
That's not funny.
Nobody laugh at him for
I've
not
never
having a daddy.
once laughed at Troy for not having a daddy, bro. Out of all the things I've ever laughed at about Troy, I'm looking at the camera. Out of all the things I've ever laughed at about Troy, having a daddy is not one of them.
Not one.
I just wanted.
That's actually very low on the totem
pole, bro. That's low hanging fruit.
Low.
That would take me no effort. I like
Golly.
the challenge of finding something.
Okay.
Nigga ain't got no daddy.
Why you tell them people that we laughing at you not having to?
It's an ongoing joke for me,
right?
And I use that to get me out of uncomfortable situations that y'all put me in sometimes, and y'all be like, Troy, why you act like this? I ain't have a daddy, so it's a quick escape boat. But anyway, but growing up with my father, I had a lot of animosity with him. But as I grew older and wiser, I understood that, yes, my dad did have control of some things in his life, but not everything.
Sure.
And so because of that, I learned to give my father a little bit more grace, a little bit more mercy. And because and with that, I've been able to I don't want to say that our relationship has flourished into, an oak tree, but a nice little bush. You know what I'm saying? We've been able to.
See, now you gonna make it Joan, bro, because
maybe.
What type of bush? Make the bush a nice. Is it a nice bush?
It's one of those bushes that it grows wild, but when you shape it up, it looks real good.
So any bush. So any bush. All right.
But I would say this. But because I've been able to learn these things through my family dynamic, learning how to have conversation, because in a lot of our families we have a lot of preconceived notions that lead into the conversations that we have, and because of that we can't have good conversation, regular talk to each other conversations, because it's background stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But if we can learn those things, that will help us personally grow as individuals.
Absolutely. That's 100% real, particularly when you talk about giving grace, being able to forgive. A lot of those things are learned skills over time, but some of it is you can't change it no way.
Yes.
So, and I'm not trying to, be light on anybody's situation, because everybody's situation is different, but if you can't change it, why are you carrying it?
Yes.
And you can't change people. I tell people all the time, it's not my job to change your heart and mind. What it is what it is.
What it is
how
what
we
it
move
is.
forward, how we engage, how we can be, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, whatever. How we move forward is whatever we make it. You know what I'm saying? I've done things wrong. You've done things wrong. I may have offended you, vice versa, whatever. But carrying that ain't gonna solve the issue or the concern.
Most definitely.
But how we move forward is really what matters. And we can mend. It may not be like it was before, but we can mend it and keep it pushing. or you can carry that thing and it's more of a burden than you. And that's the problem. A lot of times we have these kinds of issues, concerns, or whatever. We the only one carrying it.
We the only ones.
Everybody else out here living life, you know what I'm saying?
Smiling, laughing,
let somebody
vacationing.
let somebody who got beef with you and your family, you get a new car or something like that, pull up to the family reunion. They mad.
They mad.
they big mad. And ain't nobody thinking about that but
Them.
Hey, nah, we good. We good over here. So we keep it pushing, man. Keep it pushing.
Man, that's a unique experience for me, and not that I'm unique. I'm sure there's someone else like me who's out there, but I've never had those experiences to the point where I felt like I've had to forgive family. And it's and it's not because my family's so great or whatever like that. I've just never lived in close enough proximity to be around my family enough for them to have the opportunity to do something to me that would, have me to forgive them and stuff like that. So when I hear, and maybe just because of my situation, when I hear other people like, oh, I got beef with my family. Oh, everybody hate my I'm not gonna use that one. Everybody hate my uncle or something like that. Like nobody like my uncle. My uncle this or that, and I just be sitting back and I'm like, I think about the world. I think about how we go out and we beef with other people. Yeah. And my brain can't fathom like
beefing with your family.
Beefing with my family. Like if I got a beef with the world, why the hell am I beefing with, you know what I'm saying, with my family? So I had that experience. So because I didn't get to grow up with them, the last thing I'm thinking about doing is beefing with them. Yeah. Like when I'm around them, I try to take it, take it all in. Like I try to grab a hold of every experience, whatever. Obviously, my siblings are probably close enough experience to piss me off the most. But eventually, I just come to realize they all adults.
Right.
And they gonna do what the hell they want to do. So then I got just get to a point where I be quiet.
That's the key, though. We try to infuse our beliefs in what we think people should do, and when they don't, we have an issue with it.
The preconceived notions.
And that goes back to what was stated earlier, but it also is another avenue as well as you can take. I can forgive you and not rock with you. True. And that's what people fail to realize too. I can forgive you, we can keep it pushing. You do you, I do me, we see each other, we cordial, whatever. But we ain't got to rock like that. And I think, too, with forgiveness and grace, people think that you need to be at a certain level again. Nah, it's never going to be the same.
Right.
And that's okay. But you got to come to that realization.
It's never going to be the same. So how can we make it still work? Just like when you break your arm or you break a leg or something like that, it's never going to be the same. You always going to feel like once it heals back up, you always going to feel like I don't think I could put as much pressure on it, but at least it functions.
Right.
And so we may not be the same as cool as we can be as family, but can we get to the point of letting it just function?
Right. Yeah, that's it. Functionality.
And also a part of the family aspect, what I wanted to add is that you need to be in relationship with your family because you need to know family history.
For sure.
You need to know family history for the sake of where you came from, who you represent. So this kind of ties back into some of the other things that we talked to earlier. But also, what is the family history of like your health and stuff like that? Like I have to be mindful because I just found out maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I had a great aunt. Now, granted, this is a great aunt. This is kind of down. It might not have trickled down to me, but she dealt with mental health issues. And and there have been a couple other family members have dealt with it too. Is it a possibility? Sure. I can be dealing with it. Yeah. So I got to be conscious of that. You see how your family interacts with each other. You hate it, right? Ooh, I hate how they talk to each other. Do you do that? Do you hate it there, but then do you do it somewhere else?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be cognizant of these things. We have to be students of our family members and our family. And man, I found out last year my family used to have shootouts with each other, shooting at each other back in the day, in the 1900s, early 1900s, that is. But
I think everybody probably had shootouts with each other back then.
But family members, though?
I mean, I'm just saying, like...
I mean, it's possible the way y'all be talking.
Right, I mean, it's the Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know.
So family, what's
family?
What's high point then? If family is 2, then what's number 1?
Number 1, kind of similar to family, but not so much. And number 1 is you have to have a community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You got to have a community. Okay. So what community does, it helps supplement what family can't do for you. You know what I'm saying? Family loves you so much that they'll let you trick up something and just like, well, you wanted it, so I just wanted you to be happy. Community will come in and say, "Hey, no, dog, that ain't
Right.
that ain't it."
Yeah, I feel
and
it.
so what I'm saying with that is we have to build our community to the point of where it's kind of like how it's going. I don't want to use a political type of analogy, but kind of set up how Congress or the House is, where you have part of your community. They agree with you on one part, but then you also have a part of a community that don't necessarily agree with everything that you do. The part that doesn't agree with you on everything will lovingly challenge you, right? Will help pull you out of maybe a place of thinking that you're always
destruction.
All right, Lace.
mean,
Yo, you like a broken clock.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga write twice a day. Just randomly come in with a tidbit or something like
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
unforeseen destruction. What is that?
Real talk. That's what it is. A lot of times people, like as you mentioned community, I would add a community of accountability.
Yes.
That's the piece that a lot of us miss. Who's going to hold you accountable when you are moving in a way where you can't see your own demise, but somebody else can see that down the line? You know what I'm saying? But you got to be open to receive that. A lot of times we aren't open to receiving that because, they hate me. They don't want me to do this, that, and the third. No, I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't for your
Right.
good. So
Right.
that's what it is. So a community of accountability, but you also have to understand that a lot of people have different lived experience. They can also envision and see things down the line that you may not see yourself. So you got to take
Or they
that
might have
into
done what you're trying
accountability.
to do already, and they're trying to help you not be stupid.
All right.
Yes.
Exactly. Very simple.
And so that's also another part of a community. So accountability is a part of community. Also a part of community are people who can pour into your life.
Yeah.
People that can help you get to where you need to get to. Someone to give you wisdom. Someone who has lived life where you haven't been. I was at church one time, and the pastor, I'm gonna give him credit. Shout out to Pastor Art Dean. He had an example of where he had men of different age groups up there. So it was like a teenager, there was a 20, there was a 30, 50, 60. And I think I was the 20 example. So this is about 10, 15 years ago. But anyway, he was saying how we in each level of our life are aware of different things. We are very knowledgeable in that stage, but we may not be as knowledgeable as the next stage.
Right.
And so he was saying he added this part: as much as we need God in our whole life, we definitely need God in entering into different stages of our lives.
For sure.
And he also said, and when you can't hear the voice of God, when you can't see God, sometimes you can look to the man that is before you, that's ahead of you, and he can give you the wisdom that he already received in this level to give to you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that was very good. And so very similarly in our lives, we need to have men who are older than us that can pour into our lives, that can share some things. And I'm gonna say this, and listen, I say this as a kid, as a person that grew up in a single family home. My mother was the sole provider. Kids need their fathers.
Sure.
Kids need their fathers. And some of us didn't grow up with fathers. And so we need father-like figures in our lives to help express what discipline looks like, to help give us a sense of what manhood looks like. Because love my mama dearly, she could not teach me how to be a man. She could teach me chores. She could teach me right from wrong, but she could not teach me how to be a man. And so some of us didn't have that, weren't fortunate enough to have that. And so we need to have that later on in our lives.
Yeah, that's real.
The big five.
The big five.
The big five.
So I'm going to run them back down for us real quick. Number 5, got to take care of your health. That's a large spectrum of things. Number 4 was self-care. You need to take care of yourself. Number 3, you got to have a job.
Gotta have a job. Keep a job.
Keep a job.
Keep a job.
Gotta keep a job.
Gotta have and keep.
Gotta have and keep. Number 2, family is key. You need to dig into your family more, and it may cause you to grow and stretch you in areas where you may not like to be stretched, getting you out of your comfort zone. As it came out my mouth, I was like,
It's
that
cool,
is not
bro.
going
We let it slide.
And I was trying to do it as if, this could be a clip, but y'all just messed it all up. And number one is community. And community deals with accountability and mentorship and being challenged. And those are the Manly Deeds top 5 things that men need to do in their lives to level up.
To level up.
See, we didn't even practice that.
We didn't.
We didn't practice that.
We didn't.
It was just chemistry.
It is chemistry.
So I don't even think we need to do a moral of the story.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. If
Tap
they
into
didn't
the
catch
top
it,
5.
If they ain't catch it, they ain't catch
Tap
it.
into the top 5.
If they ain't catch it, they ain't catch it.
You
You
know
know what's going on. Hey, and this has been the Manly D's podcast, man. As always, thank you for tapping in with us. Until next time, we out.